Hi, I'm Matthew.
And I'm Vinny.
And we're back for another Nerd News Today toy review. And today we've got a really fun one here. We haven't looked at wrestling figures in quite some time, and the last time we did, it was actually some larger ones. In the case, it was the Wicked Cool Toys Ring and Classic Cage. And that's where you might remember seeing Vinny from the last time. And Vinny, you've been enjoying the cage and the ring, right?
So, oh yeah. It's still an awesome set.
All right, that's good to hear. That's still lasting you and doing well.
Yep.
So that's why we had to bring back Vinny for this one, because we're going to do some wrestling toys. And we're starting here with the WWE Mattel Retro Series 2. This is from Walmart. And we're going to start with The Rock, because The Rock says we got to start with his figure first.
Damn right.
So Rocky Maivia here, or Rocky Johnson, or whatever name I'm going to have.
Whatever he decides to go by now these days.
Whatever he wants to go by, yeah. So he's part of Series 2. We actually did review Series 1, but there was a little bit of a glitch with the camera stuff, and it never got online. But we may revisit it at some point again, because it was pretty good. So here in Wave 2, we've got a lot of Attitude Era guys, which is really cool. And of course, we got The Rock himself. Packaging, of course. Now, Vinny, you're a hardcore Hasbro collector.
That I am. And actually, I did bring a couple of them with me.
Yeah, these are his that we're borrowing here. We have Macho Man and
Macho
Mr. Perfect.
King.
Macho King, excuse me.
Hey.
It's very different. And here is The Rock. So, I mean, the packaging is actually identical, right, in terms of size.
In terms of size, yeah, it's basically a one-to-one. Even the style to the original Hasbro's are one-to-one. Now, I still prefer the original packaging, but I will admit this does a pretty good job representing the old Hasbro style of packaging.
And you want to show us the back? Let's compare what the backs look like. I kind of wish they went like all the way with the retro and did a little bit more of this.
Yes, I will admit, like give the whole bio of the wrestler, but then again, with the newer lines, you're gonna end up having the whole issue of what part of his backstory do we give. This was obviously current with the old school Hasbro's. So,
not so much.
Yeah.
These guys are kind of more evergreen outfits. Like, you know, this could be any Rock outfit really. It's meant to be generic. Whereas these actually, they're a little generic, but they're
generic, but they were pinpointed exactly.
So all right. So I think Vinny, how about let's get these classic guys off, and then I'm gonna give you the honor of opening The Rock.
Yay!
And let's see what he can do. So. Classic old school style packaging as well.
Yep.
He's like a surgeon right now. It's like a scalpel incising the plastic.
Yep. That was the only thing I never liked, even with the old school Hasbro's, how to take them off the package, you mess up the card.
And Vinny's being very careful with this one, because I guess you're planning on keeping this package.
Most likely.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I've always liked even collecting cards.
And the funny thing is, like, the older figures actually have, just to compare again, because we have to kind of compare it, the cardboard on those is much stiffer
much
and
more
larger.
Thicker,
thicker than what we have here with the Mattel ones. So there is The Rock. The Rock says. Now, we don't have any loose Hasbro's to talk about. Let's get his arms down. So, cool thing that The Rock has, of course, just like the old ones, he has...
The Gorilla Press action, which was a very common action used for the old school Hasbro's.
It's one of my favorites, I think, actually, of what they had. I like the clothesline, and I like the Gorilla Press.
Yeah.
So Rocky here, other than that, like, you know, again, like the classic Hasbro's, really no articulation. He has that.
The arms for the action.
He has the head, which even back then a lot of the Hasbro's didn't have. And
yeah, depending on the ones with the long hair, they did not have.
His waist can rotate, and that's it.
Actually, I wanted to see something. Nope. It gives you kind of a false... my mistake. A false articulation on the legs with the way it's cut, but it's really not articulated. So, but I will admit, compared to the old Hasbro heads, the new Mattel style heads are extremely articulated.
Yeah. All right, so let's take a look too at the back of his trunks, and let's just check out some of the paint application, the detail. And there's the Brahma Bull on his butt,
which I must say is highly detailed.
And on the front, on his crotch, it says The Rock.
Yep.
And we have the Brahma Bull tattoo on his arm, which he has to have because he's The Rock.
That is true.
And this is Attitude Era Rock, so he does have the big sideburns. Yeah, and even the boots, I actually just noticed that too. The boots are cut the way that Rock had them, which I never knew why he had that, but it was...
Yeah, that's actually an interesting one, but that was his trademark, I guess.
That was his thing, is having weirdly cut boots.
Yeah.
Who knew?
So
Rock says he likes weird boots. So we talked a little about that action feature, and which Hasbro's had the Gorilla Press? There's a whole bunch of them, but just to name a few.
A whole bunch. You had the Hulk Hogan from the original line had the Gorilla Press. You had the second wave of Ultimate Warrior with the Gorilla Press. You had Davey Boy Smith, the British Bulldog, in the 4th series with the Gorilla Press. Let's see. When Lex Luger came out as the Narcissist in series 8, I want to say, that had the Gorilla Press.
There's plenty out there. A lot of them had it. It was a pretty common feature.
Yep.
But it's a good feature because it also had, like, it meant their arms still moved. A lot of them didn't even have
the
arms.
The arms were able to move, and also, now we will test it with this one.
So we don't have any other wrestling figures to size. I forgot to bring some others, unfortunately. But I did bring this, which is a Super 7 alien figure from one of their blind bags, or blind boxes. And he's close enough in scale, we're going to give it a try.
Why not?
So, Vinny, would you like to do the honors and let's test it?
Of course.
So we should note before we test it, though, that according to the package, it's not a Gorilla Press Slam. This actually is the Rock Bottom. So, disagree.
Yeah, if that was going to go with the Rock Bottom, I would have then said maybe a different action. You could kind of use the clothesline action.
I was thinking. Clothesline's about as close as you get to, like, that Uranagi.
Yeah, that Uranagi style or side slam, whatever you want to call it. So,
but the back of this fun does say you can pull the Rock's arms up and lay the smack down. So that's kind of fun.
Which actually, now let's go back to the original packaging. At least the instructions, and this was my big gripe when we did look at the first wave. My big gripe was it didn't really give you that great of an instruction for how to do the actual move.
It's a little bit better, but it's pretty vague. It's just,
it's very vague.
Luckily, this isn't that difficult, but others, we did have some trouble with.
Yeah, but let's see.
Let's give it a... Let's put him up on...
Ooh, I can already tell.
He's going to fly. Let's put him up in here. He's going to fly. God
if I'm able to get it correct.
By God!
Oh, yeah. Which, when we looked at the original line, I will admit, that is closer to the original Hasbro style.
That's a pretty powerful spring action there. 'Cause a lot of toys these days, they don't do that anymore. But now I'm going to do one too, and I'll see if I can. There we go.
Yeah.
Nope, that was a dud.
You gotta put it all the way back, bro.
All the way. I didn't even know it went that far back.
Yeah, that was.
I keep holding it back. That's the problem. My hands in the way.
That was the original way Hasbro did it, which I am actually really happy with.
So it's pretty good. It's a good likeness. It looks like the Rock. The body's like the Rock. The face is definitely the Rock.
Yep.
It's like they really captured the Rock in this tiny 4-inch format.
Yeah, they actually to bring it into the spirit of the old Hasbro's. I must say this is a good one.
So that's our look at the WWE Mattel Retro figures, and this is the Rock from Series 2. You can find all the retro figures at Walmart. It has to be in stores though, not on their website. But if you are lucky, you can find these on Ringside Collectibles.
As well.
They start carrying them now too. So makes your life a little bit easier. So I'm Matthew.
And I'm Vinny.
And that's a look at this figure. Come check us out next time as we look at some more of these WWE Mattel Retro action figures. See you guys later.